Hey guys, okay, so this is a little different because I normally just do makeup videos, but I have been wanting to do a pregnancy update video. I actually filmed 2 videos when I found out I was pregnant. The one when I found out and then the one that, like, just an update. And I wanted to keep going, but I was so exhausted in the first trimester, like horribly exhausted. Like I couldn't do anything. It was awful. Anyway, so I just didn't do them. So now that I'm almost in my 3rd trimester, I figured let's just try it. Like, let's just go for it. So that's what we're gonna do today. I am just gonna talk about it. This is honestly mostly just for me, and you know what? I'm gonna turn this up a little. Let's see if that's better. This is mostly for me and like just my family, because I blogged my whole pregnancy with my my little girl. She's 2.5 now, and I blogged the whole thing, and I like love it. I've loved looking back on it now and kind of comparing the differences, and it's just fun. So my husband even a couple weeks ago was like, are you taking pictures of your belly or documenting this at all? And I'm like, like a little bit. It's so bad. Your second time around, it's just different, especially because you already have a kid to take care of. So you're not just sitting there like only thinking about your belly all day long. Like when I was pregnant with my daughter, Elsie, I had a full-time job, a desk job. And so I literally just sat there and just read about pregnancy and thought about pregnancy and thought about every little thing going on in my body. And this time it's like, I hardly even have time to remember how far along I am. So it's a lot different. It is so fun though. I have really enjoyed it. And I actually feel a lot better this time. I feel more healthy and just all around better. So what I did when I was pregnant with my little girl is I just did a list of like prompt questions, and I would just go through and answer them. So I figure we might as well do that again. So today's date is May 18th, 2017. I am 26 weeks pregnant and 4 days, I think. Technically I'm in the 2nd trimester. I'll be in the 3rd trimester in a few days, but my doctor keeps saying I'm in the 3rd trimester, and I keep thinking, I don't think that's right, but, so technically I'm in the 2nd trimester for a few more days. How many days till your due date? I have a few different apps. So on bump date, it says 94 more days, which is crazy. That's less than 100. That's not a lot. Have you told anyone you're pregnant yet? Yes. So since I didn't do any updates earlier on, I obviously told my husband right away, and then we told family when I was, well, okay, we had to tell our family around 11 weeks because I wanted to wait like as long as possible, but I actually got hypermesis, which is when you get really, really dehydrated, and it's really scary when you're pregnant. I had, whew, sorry, I'm probably out of breath. My little 2-year-old is we just potty trained her about, I don't know, a month or so ago, and it's always like, Mommy, pee-pee, and she runs, and so I have to run. So that is one of the things I'm doing to work out during this pregnancy. Okay, so as I was saying, when did we tell our family? So I was 10 weeks and a few days, and I got this horrible migraine, which I get migraines normally, but when I was expecting with my first baby, my headaches went away. So this was kind of weird. Like I got this really, really bad headache. It got to the point where I had, oh my gosh, what is it called? Vertigo. Oh my gosh, that took me like 10 minutes. So it got so bad I had vertigo, and if I had to lay down on my bed in my dark room, and if I moved my head just from this position to this position, I would throw up. So I actually ended up throwing up about 12 to 15 times in one night, and I couldn't even keep down a sip of water, which is really scary, especially when you're pregnant. So the next day I ended up calling my OB, and I was like, hey, do I need to come see you or go to like a family doctor? And my OB didn't have any appointments, so I went to my family doctor, and he gave me Norco, which is like Lortab, and he also gave me the most common pregnancy nausea medicine. I can't think of what it's called. Anyway, he gave those both to me, and then I actually went up to my OB's office, and they gave me an IV, and they gave me a Phenergan shot, which if you haven't had one of those, it's for nausea and pain, and it's right in your tushy, and it hurts so bad. So I got the IV, got all the medication, got the shot, which is really scary. I was only 10 weeks pregnant, and I was like so scared. I'm like, I could miscarry, like with all this stuff going on. It was really scary. I ended up having to take Norco every 6 hours for 5 days. That's how long this migraine lasted. And even to just function, I had to take that medicine. So it was really scary, but anyway, so getting an IV is a big deal. So we ended up telling our families at like 11 weeks, like just a little bit after that happened. So, wow, sorry, that turned into a very long story. Some pregnancy symptoms. Honestly, this pregnancy has been so much easier than my last. I don't really have many symptoms right now, the further along that I've gotten. So let's see what other questions they have. Any cravings? I am craving fats, like any kind of fats, like even just like whole milk, ice cream, cheese, like anything like that. And this is horrible, and I'm gonna sound so disgusting, but I have been frying like a peanut butter and honey sandwich in coconut oil, and it's so good. So it's like a grilled cheese, but it's peanut butter and honey. I used to do it with peanut butter and jelly right after I had my daughter, and I was nursing a lot. I don't know, it's so weird. So that's a weird craving. Also beef, like I love beef right now. And apples have been a constant craving this entire pregnancy. They're just so refreshing and so delicious. Any food aversions? I struggled with aversions really bad when I was pregnant with my daughter. But this time around, I don't really have any aversions. Like, things won't sound good, but it's not like a constant, like I can't tell you one thing that have an aversion to, so I would say no. Best moment this week. It was Mother's Day this week, which it's just fun, even if you don't like my husband was so sweet. He made like a really good breakfast, and he got me some cute gifts, and it was just fun though, like to go to church and to get all ready and to just celebrate moms. I thought that was really fun. What are you looking forward to next week? Next week, I'm hoping that the weather gets better because it is the middle of May and it's snowing. So hopefully the weather. What emotions have you been experiencing this week? I have been so off this week, like so moody, and my husband jokes that it's like a pregnancy period because every couple of weeks I get like just off, like I'm just kind of like not super happy, just kind of grumpy. So I've been feeling kind of grumpy this week. Are you wearing maternity clothes yet? Yes. When you're pregnant for the second time, your belly pops like so fast. So I've been wearing maternity stuff for a long time. I'm wearing a maternity shirt right now and maternity leggings. So, have any stretch marks? I don't yet. We'll see if I do. I am carrying different this time my last pregnancy, I carried really low, and this time I'm carrying really high. So if I do get stretch marks, they'll probably be in a different place than I got last time. And I'll show you guys when I show my belly. I got stretch marks last time, but I didn't realize I had them until 2 weeks postpartum is when I noticed them, and they're just like way low under my belly. And this time, and I used to itch down there my whole pregnancy, this time I itch up top. So I'm like, I'll probably get stretch marks up top, but we'll see. How much weight have you gained? I actually don't know, because at the doctor, I just don't get on the scale. Or sorry, I do get on the scale, but I just don't look. And at home, I just haven't gotten on the scale. My thing is, why get down about it? I'm gonna gain what I'm gonna gain. But I am working out this pregnancy. I did not work out at all with my last pregnancy because I was working full time. This time I work out 3 days a week. I weightlift and I walk and I do cardio. So I keep joking that I just want to gain 1 pound less than I did last time. So I'm hoping to gain 39 pounds or less, because I gained 40 on the dot with my daughter. Has your belly button popped out? It hasn't popped out yet. It is flat. I will show you. Felt any kicks? Describe the movement. I feel the baby all day long. And one interesting thing is if I'm laying on my side, because you know you have to sleep on your side. When I'm laying on my side, I can feel the feet, because you can feel pressure in just such a small area instead of like a large movement. So I can feel like a foot or a hand, and I love that feeling. And then everything else is just your normal. Like, I think the baby's getting so big now that it's not so much of like jabs, it's more like rolling motions. How has your sleep been? So a few weeks ago I had insomnia. Like, I'd stay up till like 2 in the morning and just I don't know. But I've actually been sleeping really well. I have just gotten the right position down, and I just hug my pillow. I had a pregnancy pillow with my last pregnancy. This time I just haven't gotten it out of the closet. I just use a normal pillow and it's been fine. I do wake up to pee a lot though. Probably like 3 times a night. Dreams, any crazy dreams? I can't remember. I should start writing them down, because when I wake up I remember them, but then I forget. So, have you been nesting? What? Oh, you know what? Go back, rewind. I haven't even said this the whole time. I am expecting a little boy. So I found out when I was 15 weeks that I was pregnant with a boy, and then it was confirmed at my 20-week anatomy scan. So it's a boy. So it's been interesting having a girl pregnancy and then a boy pregnancy. It's been totally different, which is fun. Have you decided on any names? No. Me and my husband talked about it a lot at the beginning, and then we've just taken a hiatus because you make a list and then you talk yourself out of these names. And we didn't decide my daughter's name till 2 days before she was born, and I just feel like that's gonna happen again, because for me it's just really hard. Other people just have it down and they just know, like, this is the boy name, this is the girl name, they find out the gender, and then they're like, bam, there it is. That's not me, and that's not my husband. So we have a few names, but we are just taking a break from talking about it right now, and I'm sure we'll talk about it more as time goes on. Okay, back to nesting. Have you been nesting? What things have you been doing to prepare for baby's arrival? So this time I am preparing for a natural birth, a natural hospital birth. So I've actually been doing a lot of preparation this time. I have read the book Ina May's Guide to Ina May's Guide to Natural Childbirth. If you have any interest in all about finding out about your body and the labor process, that book is phenomenal. I recommend it to everyone. Even if you don't want a natural birth, just reading that book is so beneficial to have, like, the knowledge of your body. Like, some people don't care, and that's fine. If you don't care, you you're fine. But I just love knowing as much as I can about different things I'm gonna go through. So probably the greatest birth book I've ever read. I tried reading Home Birth in the Hospital. It was really underwhelming after reading Ina May's book, so I just only read a few chapters. And then now I'm reading Hypnobirthing because I am going to practice hypnobirthing, and that is that's what I'm planning to do for the delivery, is hypnobirthing. So I am, like I said, it will be in the hospital. So I just want an unmedicated birth in the hospital. I did have an epidural with my first baby. I didn't want it, but leading up to the birth, I just had a lot of pressure from people, and I just kind of really got talked into just getting it. And I really, really did not enjoy it. Right after I had my baby, I even told my husband, I was like, I'm not doing that again. So it's just not for me. I just don't like that. And if you want more information on why, I can do a video on that. But anyway, so I am planning that. So I've been reading a ton. I read a ton of birth stories. I listen to the Birth Hour podcast. I watch so many YouTube videos. I just love, like, if you have had a baby before, or if you're pregnant, you know what it's like. You obsess over the whole topic. So I have really, really been preparing. I haven't really been nesting yet. I was just talking to my husband last night. There's just a few things we want to get for this baby that we didn't have for my first baby. So I want a bassinet, because my first baby, we had her in a pack and play in our room, and I just hated the pack and play. It was just too big. So I want like a really pretty little bassinet and a new diaper bag. And there was one more thing. I can't remember. But pretty much everything else we bought gender neutral with my daughter. And then clothes I've just been picking up here and there, and it's been really fun. So I still have a lot of time though, so we'll still work on buying all of that stuff. And then the last question, any guesses when you will go into labor? Oh, that is actually an interesting question. So with my daughter, I actually got induced at 39 weeks with no medical reasoning. My doctor just wanted, like, I think OBs just like having a schedule. They don't want to come in at 3 in the morning to deliver a baby. So I was just kind of naive, and I was like, sure, let's just do it. So I got induced at 39 weeks. They broke my water and then started Pitocin. And once the contractions started picking up, I realized I actually was having contractions before that. I just didn't know, if that makes sense. So I don't think I would have made it to 40 weeks anyway. But anyway, so this time I am not getting induced. So it will be interesting. Like, it'll be interesting to go into labor naturally, because who knows, it could be at anywhere from 37 weeks to 42 weeks. So it's gonna be very, very interesting. But I am so excited to experience it, and I'm just so excited to be pregnant and have a little baby. It's been really fun I think the second time around is fun because you know that there really is a baby in there, and now I have my baby's running around and she's talking, and so it's just super fun to picture, like, okay, we're doing this again. What's this baby gonna look like, and what is he gonna be like? So anyway, okay, lastly, I will show my belly. So here is my belly with a shirt on from the front. Here is from the side. I'm carrying pretty high, I think. And then here is bare. So actually my belly button doesn't look too flat right now, but by the end of the day, it's really flat. The stretch marks I got my first are all the way down here. But anyway, I haven't gotten a line yet. I got one with my daughter, but not till later on. There's from the side. I'm getting these weird little shiny patches around here that I'm worried are gonna turn into stretch marks, but we'll see. I've been putting Senegent's Climate Control on, and then Palmer's Cocoa Butter all over. So hopefully that helps, but there it is for 26 weeks. So there is my update for 26 weeks. I think I'm just gonna do my next update with my next appointment, and then I might just do them I might just do a video every appointment day, because like right now I'm going every 3 weeks, and then it will be every 2 weeks, and then it will be weekly. So I think that'd be good, because you know, things don't change that much week to week, but after 3 weeks things might change. So one last thing I wanted to say is my wedding ring, I do have to take it off when I am sleeping because I do swell up at night, and I'm a little worried because my baby's due date is August 20th, and so it's gonna be a hot summer. My little girl was due in January, so I never had to deal with the heat. So it's gonna be very interesting, but I'm just so excited. So anyway, I will see you guys next time. Thank you.